imagination has always just been off the charts. I think because my parents worked a lot, and they worked hard, and they were away all the time, and the only other person around was, you know, like my brother, and he was a lot older than me, so I had to have some way to entertain myself, and I was just imagine things. And one of the things, like my mom, when a really young age, I started ballet, and not really, you know, knowing where it's gonna go. It's just something I wanted, I liked. Painting and pastels and all that, I never really had any kind of formal training. I remember when I was like around 4, my mom took me to this like art class, but it was nothing serious. It was just almost like babysitting, sort of. I took art one semester, I think, in high school, because I liked it. And we didn't do any kind of pastel, watercolor, or anything like that. From what I can remember, it's just like charcoal and pencil. I'm basically just self-taught. I don't really know how I came up with, you know, the paintings I do. I don't know. I think it's one of those things, kind of like rhythm. You're either born with it or you're not. It's just you can't really force somebody to be artistic or creative. It just doesn't really work like that. It's what I really like about art, fashion, film, music, dance is that I think it's the mystery of it all, because you really don't know what the end product it's gonna be. It's always, it takes a life of its own. It really does. As you're making stuff, like I never have a picture in my head, like final product, this is what I want. I never do. And when it comes out, it always surprises me, and it has a life of its own. And I think that's why, one of the reasons why I really like doing creative things, you know, like jewelry and fashion and dance and music. And I think it was like around 4 I started taking ballet lessons. And even in ballet lessons, teacher would tell us, oh, you know, imagine this, imagine that, and I just kind of went with it, you know. I want to say I'm an optimistic pessimist, pessimist being really what I am, and optimistic being the adjective for the pessimist. When I look around the world and I see half the things that goes on in the news and all that, it really makes me sad. It makes me really sad, like, I think more so than a lot of people. For me, it's an escape. I need something else besides, you know, what this world